That's why a famous king back then told his son, King David told his son, get wisdom, and in all you're getting, get understanding. Yes, because just by knowing something is not enough. You have to understand what you know so you can repeat it anytime. You can apply, if it's a principle, you can apply it anytime, apply the right way, and you get the same result all the time.
If you can talk, you can sing. There is really nothing to it.
Breathe in, breathe out, add a little vibrato. Yes, anyone can sing, but you gotta be consistent.
Know your do re mi is just like 1, 2, 3.
You will be the best, and you will sing so well. It's time to sing with Frank at TBL.
Hello everybody, you welcome to your favorite channel when it comes to learning music, learning how to sing. Good to see you again. Now today let's take it back to the basics. Okay, so what exactly is singing? Okay, singing is the act of producing musical sounds with the voice by using sustained tones, pitch, and rhythm. Okay, so I said producing musical sounds with the voice, not with the guitar. Guitar doesn't sing. Okay, you play music with the guitar, you play the drum, all that has to do with music. Okay, but singing has to do with the voice. Now let's consider sustained tones. I can say singing is easy. I didn't sustain any of the notes, did I? I said singing is easy. Very short note, singing is easy. But listen, singing is easy. Did you hear that? Already singing, the first syllable is already sustained. Singing is easy. Now, easy. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But easy, when you say it, is just 2 notes. Easy. When you're singing it, you can sustain it with several notes or just stretch it. That's what we mean by sustained tones. So how about pitch? Pitch is simply the notes. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. These are the building blocks of the songs you sing. But rather than use do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, they replace it with words so it can have meaning to you. But when you understand these notes or pitch, you become a better singer with more control. You always know where to go or where you want to go. Now, listen to this. I can sing all the notes in the same duration. Singing is easy. All the notes are equal duration or equal length. Now listen to this. Singing is easy. Did you hear that? Singing is easy. Now by making some of them short and some of them longer, I create what we call a rhythm. Now, singing can be performed as a solo or in groups, such as choirs or bands. And this is a key element in various musical genres, including classical, pop, rock, jazz, and maybe folk, theater, and so on and so forth. Now let's look at some key aspects of singing. First of all, pitch. Now these are the fundamentals of singing and also key aspects. So when you're singing, you're controlling your vocal tones and trying to match musical notes. What do I mean musical notes? You have, for instance, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. These are the basic tones or notes you use in every music. So the non-musical notes could be categorized into flat or sharp. Okay, that's what we mean by being pitchy when you sing. You are above the notes you intend to sing or below the notes you intend to sing in degrees called cents. Okay, don't bother about that, but just remember, singing out of tune or singing pitchy means you didn't sing exactly the musical tone. And I'm gonna give you an example. So we sang, singing is easy, sing, which is a la. Now listen to this, singing is easy. Did you hear that first one? Doesn't sound quite right. Yeah. Okay, now that was sharp, okay, because it was above it, above the la, above the note. Now listen to the other side of it, the correct one again. Singing is easy, sing. Listen, singing is easy. Did you hear something wasn't quite right? Yeah, that was flat because it didn't quite reach. Okay, so let's say you have a la and then you have the next note a saw. It didn't even reach the saw below the la. It's just hanging in the air. That is a non-musical note, and as much as you can practice to make your pitch sound better. Really good singers, they sing on the correct pitch all the time, but sometimes they may find themselves going flat or sharp, but it's not a lot. So it depends on the number of flats you have or number of sharps you have in a whole performance or singing. Okay, now you must aim to sing at least 90 or 95% on pitch. The 5% wouldn't really matter, but it becomes an issue to the ears. Especially, people would notice that something is wrong with your song when half of the song or more than half of the song you're singing out of tune or off pitch. You know what I mean? So how do you improve? By doing exercises, playing with notes, because exercises are based on scales. So by doing the scales, you are equally singing or training your ears to sing on the right musical notes. Another key aspect of singing is tone quality. What is your timbre? That's another name for tone quality. And this means the unique sound of a person's voice. I have my tone quality, and you can tell from my singing. Singing, singing. Did you hear that? I'm not going singing or singing. Even though I can produce these sounds, they are not my natural tones. My natural tone is the one I sang with first. Now let's talk about, for instance, my tone. Singing. That is a fuller sound compared to singing, singing, which is a falsetto sound. Now, a lot of people who don't know how to sing don't know how to connect the vocal cords to produce a nice full sound. Singing, they always blow out a lot of air, and I mean not intentionally, because there is an intentional part of it where you use it as a style. I'm not talking about that one where you use falsetto as a style. I'm talking about where it is your normal singing voice. So tone quality really matters when you talk about singing, and is a key aspect of singing. Now let's talk about the next one, which is breath control. Managing airflow to sustain notes and maintain vocal strength. That's what it's all about. Managing airflow to sustain notes. How do you manage airflow to sustain notes? Simple. It is practice, singing with technique. Let me show you an example. Okay, as a singer, you have to learn to anticipate what's coming. If the line that is coming is really long, you have to take in enough breath to sustain you that long. Okay, now let me show you an example of sustaining. Listen to the very end. Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Did you hear that? I did all that in one breath. Happy birthday to you. Now, before I sang this, there was a place called rest where I didn't sing. That was my opportunity to take a breath. Okay, so I sang happy birthday, happy birthday, breath. Happy birthday to breath. You. anticipating that, hey, what's coming is really long and I need to take in breath enough to sustain. Now remember, when the breath you've taken in has run out, that means you have to stop and take in fresh breath to continue the line. For instance, like this: happy birthday to you. Did you hear that? A lot of interruption. Okay, and it's very noticeable that you are struggling for breath. So anticipate. That will make you sound better. And not just that, you have to sing with the right technique as well. If you're singing with a lot of falsetto, your air is gonna run out faster than when your vocal cords are connected. Okay, so these are technique. And also learning how to sing with the mixed voice, head voice, chest voice, so your vocal cords are well connected to help you manage the airflow. Yeah, so you don't run out of breath so easily. Let's talk about resonance and projection, another key aspect of singing. Now, singing is not like talking. Now, I've been talking for a while, okay? I haven't spoken like this. You know, I don't need those notes to to talk, right? I talk around the same area like this. Yeah. And I don't go down like this. That would be weird when you're talking. But when you're singing, you find that some notes are way up there and some notes are way down there and some notes are in the middle. So that's what we mean by projection. So you learn how to sing so you can sing the high notes this with the same ease as when you talk, or with the same ease as when you sing the lower notes. So this simply means enhancing vocal sound for clarity and volume. Okay, so it's all about resonance and projection. Where is the tone resonating from? So if you're singing high notes, you have to resonate that tone or those set of tones from the mixed voice or the head voice, not from the chest voice. Never sing chest voice up there. Now let's go to the next key aspect of singing, and this one is called expression and emotion. It is all about conveying feelings through vocal dynamics and phrasing. Okay, now the opposite of this simply means singing like a robot. No feeling, no emotion in the sound people are hearing or the sound coming out of your mouth. Listen. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Now listen to the singing done with expression and emotion. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. That sounds much better, right? Now, singing can be done professionally or for personal enjoyment, and it plays an important role in Christianity, cultural, religious, and artistic traditions worldwide. So that's what singing is all about. So the more knowledge you get on this channel, the better you're able to replicate the same thing anytime you want to. What do I mean? For instance, you sang or you stumbled into the right way of singing, or you did something really nice and you want to repeat it without proper understanding or knowledge, you would find it a struggle to replicate the same thing. But when you understand how these things work, you can decide to do it anytime, any day. That's why a famous king back then told his son, King David told his son, get wisdom, and in all you're getting, get understanding. Yes. Because just by knowing something is not enough. You have to understand what you know so you can repeat it anytime. You can apply, if it's a principle, you can apply it anytime, apply the right way, and you get the same result all the time. Now this is where I'm gonna call it a day. Remember, keep practicing, be consistent in it, and you're gonna see yourself improve. Singing is just like talking, okay? And if you can talk, you can sing, like I always say. But like I said, it requires consistency and practice. So if you have any questions, make sure you send me an email using this email, info@thevocallexicon.co.uk. Make sure you smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't. I'll see you next time. Bye.
If you can talk, you can sing. There is really nothing to it.
Breathe in, breathe out, add a little vibrato. Yes, anyone can sing, but you gotta be consistent.
Know your do re mi is just like 1, 2, 3.
You will be the best and you will sing so well. It's time to sing with Frank and